On the phone with us, we do have our State Representative Maria Horn and the new Superintendent at Region 1, Lisa Carter. Good morning, Maria. Good morning, Lisa.
Good morning.
Good morning, Marshall.
Thank you for joining me so early in the morning. Okay. Well, first of all, I guess, Maria, we'll start off with you. You announced earlier this week a food assistance program being offered to Region 1 residents. Let's talk a little bit about that program that you're talking about.
Sure, thanks. So it's through Friendly Hands Food Bank in Torrington has been participating in a U.S. Department of Agriculture program called Farmers to Families. And they have been doing pretty much every week a truck arrives from some other part of the country filled with boxes with produce in it, and they've been distributing it to families throughout the Northwest, really, but focused on Torrington. And just beginning of this week, Karen Thomas, who runs Friendly Hands, managed to wrangle a second truck, but didn't think she could handle it herself. So she and Michelle Cook reached out to me and said, you know, we've noticed that there are a number of people coming from farther areas in the Northwest corner, and could you use a truck? And I said, I think so. Let me see. And one of the first calls I made, honestly, was to Lisa, because I knew that the school's network would be a great way to get it distributed to people who could use fresh produce. And I certainly knew there would be need in the area, and that's been clear, talking also to a number of the nonprofits and working, to distribute food throughout the Northwest corner. But I can't say enough about, the moment I called Lisa, the constructive and energetic and thoughtful and skilled response that popped into place to make sure that we can get this to families who could use fresh produce.
Okay, well, this event is going to happen on Saturday from 8 until noon at Housatonic Valley Regional High School. If anybody out there wants to get a box of produce, you should head to Housatonic. Volunteers will be there. Now, for your protection, those volunteers and yourself, you should do social distancing. You should not exit your vehicle, and you should wear a mask. Volunteers will be wearing masks and protective gloves, and they'll direct you in and out of the parking lot and load your box onto the vehicle. Now, Lisa, we'll get to you. I've been really impressed over the course of this summer, well, more than the course of the summer, over the past several years, about the commitment of high school students, whether it's at Housatonic Valley Regional High School or at our area prep schools, about being involved. And this takes it one step further from the administration of Region 1, showing how open and involved you'll be with the community. So guide me through your initial reactions when you received the call from Maria and what it took to get this all together.
Thank you, Marshall, for your kind words. And thank you so much, Maria, for this opportunity, because all of our families can certainly benefit from this gift. And so as soon as I heard from Maria, I went to my go-to team, and they have really made it happen. It was Sam Herrick who jumped on the phone with Jeff Lloyd, and they marshaled the troops, and Dave Moran and Sarah Jack pulled together the volunteers, and Sam reached out to board members, community members. Dave has reached out to his community through his department, and just really pulled things together in no time. They met with Maria the very next morning. I think we got the call on Monday or Tuesday, met with Maria the very next morning with an aerial map of the high school, and just worked out the logistics, boom, 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 and we were able to send a message out to all of the parents so that they would have time to organize something for Saturday morning, because even though people are at home, they still have things that they need to do to go about their business on a Saturday. The other thing I want to be sure to mention is that Maria has offered to, and I think we've been working on this as well, to organize a group of volunteers to deliver to families for whom transportation is a hardship. So we have encouraged those people to please reach out to me, and I'll make a list, and we will do our best to, within our power, to get the food to people in the afternoon.
And Lisa, how do they reach out to you? By telephone, by email, by which
email would be best, and that's lbcarter@region1schools.org.
All right, and so let's get back to this whole program, because what I find so great about this is so many people willing to volunteer to do it, because even though COVID has not drastically impacted our area, every town except for Falls Village, might I say, has multiple cases of COVID-19. So we know COVID-19 is out there, but this is the response, Maria, that we find we get from our people that live in this northwest corner is when something like this happens and people are in need and they need something, volunteers really do come out of the woodwork and very quickly.
Oh, absolutely. The response has been overwhelming. And this is fairly short notice to organize something like this, which is, it's a large amount of produce that we need to get distributed quickly. And everybody, I think there is a hunger, I think, in our community, a metaphorical hunger, to help, to do something, to help other people, to be active, to be part of the solution. And people really want that opportunity because we've been isolated for a lot of weeks now, and the chance to do something positive and healthy that ties into who we are in our region, I think is really important to people.
Now, let's talk a little bit about how much food is there in this truck? Let me ask that question. I mean, because if a truck that goes to Torrington is Torrington, but our region is, of course, far more spread out. There must be quite a. I mean, is this a first come first serve? And how many families do you think you can serve with this?
It is a first come first serve, and I went to I visited the Torrington one again this week so that I could take a lot of videos and a lot of pictures, which Lisa I'll be sharing with Sam later today. Yesterday, just to see how they do the whole thing, and we will get a truck just like the one they got, which will contain 1,400 boxes of mixed fruits and vegetables, and so it's a bit of a logistic operation to get that moved off the truck and into stations where it can be delivered into people's cars, in a safe, contact-free manner as possible.
So, Lisa, 1,400 boxes of food are going to take a lot of hefting and moving around by your volunteers.
Yes, it will. We have a good group. I understand we have about 30 volunteers, and Jeff and Sam have it very well organized with the offering of the equipment from the Ag Ed department to be able to effectively lift those pallets from the truck quickly, organize them in a way such that volunteers can pick them up quickly and hand them to the recipients of the food as they drive by. It is my understanding that they will be coming around the oval in front of the high school, and so I would encourage people who are coming to pick up the food to, carefully as they come in onto Warren Turnpike Road, watch for the traffic direction. And to just follow the directions as they go around the oval to pick up the food. But I think it's all been very well organized. And I would encourage people to come because 1,400 boxes is a lot.
Well,
and it's meant for everybody. It really is meant for a wide distribution. Yep. So please come. And Lisa makes a really good point about traffic. We don't know whether everybody's going to come at the same time or over a few hours because we haven't done it before. But just looking out at Torrington's experience, we want to make sure we don't back up traffic on Route 7. So if you can, you might come in from the north side so through Falls Village to the school from Warren Turnpike on the other end. That might help alleviate some traffic concerns on Route 7.
Well, I look at 1,400 boxes can feed 1,400 families.
That's right. Correct. We also have, I should make sure to note that I have been in touch with many regional nonprofits that also help get, to Lisa's point, there are some people who aren't able to come and have their own transportation to pick it up. And so a lot of local nonprofits are also going to come and pick up, say 20 boxes of food to distribute to people in need. So we're going to set aside in a separate part of the parking lot an area for nonprofits to come in and pick up boxes that they've made pre-arrangements for.
We're talking once again with State Representative Maria Horn and Region 1 Superintendent Lisa Carter about a food pickup of fresh fruits and vegetables Saturday at the high school from 8 until noon, first come, first serve. And being associated with the Sunny in the Country Food Drive and the great job that they do, I see when they get their food in to distribute. They have two different distribution dates, one for Thanksgiving and one for Christmas, and they're sending out food each one of those places to 600 to 700 people, and I see the amount of work that they go through getting that food together to put out to 600 to 700 people for Thanksgiving and 600 to 700 families for Christmas, and then I think of 1,400 boxes of food that are going to be out there. I hope people far and wide who need this really come for the help, because this is truly what people want to hear about the pandemic. Maria, maybe you can just in the last minute. I mean, we hear so much negativity and so much doom and gloom, but this is a bright spot in this pandemic.
It absolutely is, Marshall. And the program itself, I want to make sure to credit the program itself, which was, there were disruptions to the food chain in this pandemic. And this program helps farmers, make sure that their produce doesn't go to waste, but gets to people who will make use of it, and to people who, might not be able to access fresh produce.
Well,
so it helps. It's a program that really helps alleviate, two sets of issues.
I never thought I'd be in my position of lauding Sonny Perdue, but I guess
yes, we can put that aside.
I guess there's a good side to everybody. Well, before I wrap up, I would be remiss if I didn't congratulate Lisa for being named the superintendent. There is a superintendent search going on, but Lisa is the superintendent now at Region 1. You have officially taken the reins, right?
Well, yes. I mean, officially July 1st, but our current superintendent has moved, and so I will be assuming the reins today.
Well, congratulations. And Lisa and I spoke. We're going to have Lisa on at least once a month for some good news and some information every month from the Region 1 school district starting. We're going to talk about it Monday, figure out when we're going to start it, because she'll be tired by then, obviously. Well, this sounds like something really terrific. And once again, everybody, this weekend on Saturday from 8 to noon at Housatonic Valley Regional High School, a distribution will take place of food, and it's absolutely free. And it doesn't matter whether you're wealthy or whether you're poor. This is food that's going to go out to everybody in the area. And there's a lot of social distancing and protection that's going on, and it happens at Housatonic beginning at 8 o'clock on Saturday. So thank you both for getting up early this morning, and good luck on Saturday with the distribution of all this food.
Thank you, Marshall. I appreciate the chance to be here.
Yes,
right.
Great opportunity.
Right.
And I look forward to talking to you next week.
All right. Have a great day, both of you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Marshall. And Lisa,
Bye-bye.
Nice to see you both.
Bye, Maria. Thank you.
All right, so that is what's going on at Housatonic Valley Regional High School. Once again on Saturday at 8 o'clock to noon. Those who wish to receive a box of produce should come to Housatonic. Volunteers will be awaiting for you for your protection and theirs. All you have to do is don't exit your vehicle. Wear your mask. Volunteers will be wearing masks and protective gloves. They will direct you in and out of the parking lot and load your box into your vehicle. It sounds like a great, great idea for this Saturday.